HHPOV.
Hip Hop Point of View, we in. I'm E. Casey, what's up?
What's going on, world? What's going on?
FlowEmpireRadio.com
network. All
there we go. There we go. We appreciate
Honored to be here.
We appreciate you taking the time to come out, first of all.
Man. Hey, it's time. I love talking to people. I love letting people know what I do. Love having conversations. So I'm honored to be here, you know.
This is a walk in the park.
Yeah, this is a nice professional setup. So
yeah.
Y'all look like that's some money.
Shout to Slims, man. Slims, you know. We started posting some of our earlier interviews from where we were before, so you're gonna see the difference. You're gonna see the upgrade.
Phone mic covers. I be doing other podcasts on my phone. Like people just be calling me up, or be Skyping, like nice to have. Because I know I be mumbling. Sometimes.
FaceTiming you, nigga. WhatsApping you. WhatsApp.
Let's just do this podcast on Facebook, on Instagram Live, real quick. We'll just upload it to YouTube later
from the WhatsApp network. You know what I'm saying?
The WhatsApp network. I'm part of the Loud Smokers network.
Wow, Tidal, Spotify, WhatsApp network. You know what I'm saying? We rolling. So Casey,
what's good?
First we want to know, are you one of the artists that use their regular name?
Yeah, Casey is my government name. Casey Gay McCallum, Mighty in the First. So
that's hot.
Yeah, I'm not, but it's not like Eric Sermon. It's like what's it like Slick Rick? You know what I'm saying? Like. It's a little
name,
swing
but
on
there's
it.
a little.
Yeah, it's like superhero, like Mighty Mouse, Mighty Casey, whatever.
So his I'm pretty sure you heard this question before, but it's something that I always wanted to know. Since the people use their own name, right? It's a definite reflection of self. I'm comfortable being me.
Right.
So I present myself to the world as myself. But then why not Smooth Casey or Crazy Casey? Why the Mighty Casey?
Well, there's an old story about a real cocky baseball player who struck out, and there's a story of Mighty Casey. So it's like a popular folktale. I was a big Mighty Mouse fan growing up. Like he was my favorite. And like a lot of reggae artists use like Mighty Diamond, you know what I mean? And even for Boston hip hop, you had like the Almighty RSO.
Yes, I remember that.
So Mighty, just a little extra power, you know what I'm saying? To like a superhero version of myself. Like,
that's very classic. That's classic hip hop right there.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like I'm regular Casey Gay McCallum, but when I get that mic, I become Mighty Casey.
So shout out to Mac. Mac was the one who put us on.
Big shout out to Mac. Yeah.
And he told us about when he told me to research, like I was telling you downstairs, right? The video you had out.
Right.
Very. What was the title of the song?
The title was White Girls. It was for those of you who have BET Uncut, you know what it is. For those of you who didn't have BET Uncut, Google BET Uncut White Girls and have some fun.
So tell me, because I don't know the idea of classic hip hop, right, or the eras that were coming up. Let's say 70s, 80s, 90s was we're gonna be ourselves. We're going to express what we want to express, right?
Right.
But when did that come out, you would say?
White Girls, the song?
Yeah.
It came out around like 2001, 2002, but BET played it till like 2006.
Okay, so that type of song, at that type of time, 2000, you know, people are getting a lot of money. You know, you see where you can go in hip-hop. Hip-hop is kind of directing certain people in certain areas.
Yeah, Eminem, Jay-Z.
Exactly.
Like, empires were built.
And they were kind of putting you in a certain direction, right? They were like, you know, for lack of a better word, it was money, cash, hoes. You know what I'm saying? That was kind of like the direction where you would go. Yeah. That time with the 90s where you had so many eclectic different groups, it wasn't
materialism and a bit of misogyny and kind of, what's the word for it? The objectification of women a lot. Like, and that's, I think that was a
lot of poverty-driven stories. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like Cash Money came up the 99 and 2000s.
So what made you do? So in that time, right? What made you jump back and say, yo, I'm going to just do this, what I feel like doing?
Well, at the same time, I've always been a comedian. I always enjoyed, like, parodies. Like, I was a Weird Al fan. I enjoyed, like, Living Color when they would do, like, Mr. Ugly Man or White Baby.
That's the hip-hop TV show.
Yeah, big
the original.
Time. Eddie Murphy, when he would do his little parodies, like, I loved him on Saturday Night Live. So I always liked parodies. And I think at the same time, I was messing with Ali G a lot. And he was, like, trolling. Like, so I felt, you know what I'm saying?
You know what is trolling? I don't understand. Trolling is when you look at what people do on the internet.
Trolling is doing something not necessarily because you believe it, but just to get a reaction. You know what I'm saying?
That's trolling.
So so white girls for me, like I wasn't all about white girls.
So you trolling
I like
white
all
girls.
of them. No, I was trolling everybody. I was trolling white girls, black men, white men. Like I even said in the song, I say, for those that's getting furious, please don't take me serious. I'm just wilding out like Eddie Murphy and Delirious.
Gotcha.
But if you took offense and you black or you white, I'm glad you did, sucker, because you way too uptight. So I'm basically told you I'm trolling in the end. Like I'm trying to get you mad in a funny way. Like, you know, like Shock Jock, Howard Stern. Yeah. So I was like, Eminem was doing that at that time. And you had a whole like necro. You had some underground level humor, which was, I felt as an underground artist, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't think I'd be on BT Uncut with Nelly and Chingy and, you know what I mean, Ludacris and 50 and all them. I was just trying to, like, fit in the underground. And Boston had a very prosperous underground scene. You had the New York fat beat scene going on. And I felt like in that scene, I could be an alternative to the lyrical miracle, spiritual, like, type, you know, and provide, like, a nice breath of fresh air and humor. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Which I felt was missing in the game.
So now, rhyme-wise, right? Prior to approaching it that way, were you always rhyming sort of with this like satire and humor and parody?
Yeah, well, one of my first big songs was a song called Liquorland, and it was all the songs about getting like ridiculously drunk and drunk driving and throwing up and drinking like the cheapest of all liquors, and it was like I just name dropped every liquor. So that gave me a start as like a kind of humorist, and then but then I was doing some little battle rap too. Like I had a song making sure it was the B side of White Girls. Cause I want to make sure like I was like, all right, if I'm gonna drop White Girls, people think I'm goofy, so I'm gonna come extra hard on the B side and just battle bomb to death.
So you went with the battle rap in terms of like how you see it now, where you know people were you doing research on people and
nah. I had like an imaginary opponent where I was just talking about how whack he was. You know what I mean?
Yourself,
like like LL when he's doing I'm Bad, or you're not really. I wasn't talking to anybody. I was talking to the generic sucker MC who you know, who's the ultimate nemesis for all rappers. Like once we meet sucker MC,
how far did this beef go with yourself?
Nah, it didn't really go too far. I stopped battle rapping imaginary rappers after that, and I try and tell them like stories, do more concepts, or do like fun tracks, and you know,
that's dope.
I don't need like all sorts of crazy like, and I was doing all sorts of like homophobic punchlines and then just mean stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because that was. Like Eminem was doing that sometimes. Like battle rap was coming off. Like I really liked what I liked about battle rap wasn't like the intensity or the competition. I like the punchlines. Like,
the punchlines,
the creative punchlines.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So
and I could really care less about the people's history. You know what I mean? But the way they would incorporate it, and shock value it.
Yeah, I mean I think that shows you a way like because anyone you can make a generic punchline over my imaginary sucker MC. But if you find a real MC and you could kind of do that, like, you know how Pusha T did Drake. He took a real battle rap approach, like, your mama, your daddy, your address.
You got to hire a private investigator.
Exactly. And I find that stuff entertaining, but it's not what I want to do musically, you know what I'm saying?
So what are you doing musically now?
Right now, musically, I have a new song called True Champion, which is like, it's a fun, positive, fun reggae song. I'm like,
how fun, Casey?
Very fun.
Your fun is a different type of fun.
No. It's clean fun with your kids at a sporting event. It's, it's not racy. It's good, positive, clean fun for the whole family. There's no trolling. I'm not trying to get anyone upset. I'm trying to have everyone dance and have fun. So that's called True Champion. It's actually in the reggae section on Apple Music in the front page, even though it's like hip-hop reggae hybrid. And I have a whole new, it's like a reggae infused EP called Return to the Rude Boy. I like to say like Heavy D is a big influence because he kind of showed me like, I could do the rap world and come and do the reggae and just be ill in both.
What's so dope about that is that I have a title playlist and it's called HHPOV Reggae. So it's hip hop point of view reggae. So the idea is, when you start looking back at all the reggae influence songs, like Shine,
KRS, Shine,
Foxy, even Busta, Heavy D,
DOC,
Latifah,
Funky Enough,
why people don't acknowledge that Rasta that when he was in that,
Well, the story behind that is that he was doing it like as a joke. He just did it and he was doing it in a Jamaican accent, and Dre was like, "Yo, that's hot." And he kept it like that.
Okay.
So a lot of MCs who influenced.
Yeah, Snoop has some.
Snoop
now.
I liked him way better than when he became Snoop Lion. When he was gangster Snoop, L.A. Crip gang member imitating Jamaicans. I like it better.
That's dope, man. So this song, is it something that you're testing the waters with, or you're really like?
No, we going hard on this. We already got our big UK remix. We doing radio promotion. We blasting DigiWax. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it was already on the front page of Apple Music reggae section. Okay. I feel like the UK market.
So why not? So you intentionally went for the reggae section as you uploaded it. You didn't want to do hip hop.
Well, the label I'm on is Dubshot Records, and the head Chris Schlarb used to work at VP. He's my close partner. He has a relationship with the reggae. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So
makes sense.
it would have been like harder to make, like the front page of hip hop is hard. That's like Kendrick, like you know what I mean? Wiz.
It's heavy. Yeah.
But the reggae isn't as saturated. Okay. So it'd be easier to make the front page of reggae than the 15th page of hip hop for like visibility and sales. And it does have a reggae feel. It also features Ja Bombi, who's a real popular Trinidadian reggae artist.
Oh, that's dope. That's super dope. Now, are you changing your accent? Are you rhyming?
Yeah, I'm doing like a dance hall reggae style. On the first verse is my regular rap stuff.
So it's regular Mighty Casey voice right now that you're giving me now.
Yeah.
So give us the next verse is. Can we hear just
drop it on? Mighty Casey is a true veteran. See me on the street, sound boy, better run. Go get a knife or go get a gun. You can kill a don, but the sound never done.
Wow, that's a whole new. It's like two different people on the track.
Yeah. And that's been a little something like I've always done. Like my father's Jamaican. I grew up with around a lot of Jamaicans, and just like soaking up that culture from like the 90s. And then I started teaching in the Bronx. Actually, I started teaching in the Bronx, doing music at the same time. I had like a little band just in my crib with my roommate. And I just like a lot of the music. So most of the EP right now, except for one song, is all like live music, live band.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So now with that, have you performed it yet?
Yeah.
And are you performing in hip hop circles? You going to reggae circles?
I think our next performance is gonna be both. Like I'm bringing Mankind there. I performed it on a nice little hip hop boat ride, which was a mix of both. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're in New York, you're gonna have a heavy Caribbean influence in the hip hop crowd. Anyway, so they there's a mix. Like a lot of people who grew up on like 90s hip hop grew up on 90s dance hall.
So are you wearing like the netted shirt?
Nah. I ain't got the mesh white beater.
the red, yellow, green. Now you ain't doing all.
Nah. I mean, I always was rocking like Bob Marley shirts or whatever, but it's I feel like reggae's become almost universal when you see like Justin Bieber and Ariana Grande, 21 Pilots. Everyone is kind of
the Caribbean feel is heavy. You see how Drake kind of went all in that
heavy,
space.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But what's interesting now is people are kind of saying like there's an Afro.
Well, that's what Leo Cohen was saying, and so we working on an Afro beat remix to True Champion. Like,
so you ready for that space? Okay.
Yeah, we really trying to like bring new good music, but also use like the new tools, like try and get some like some Instagram dance challenges.
Okay.
Move forward because I'm like an old school artist. I'm very purist in terms of my my old school rap and my true school Bob Marley 90s dance hall. But I'm also all about moving forward. So we do got a remix, and it's like an EDM-ish, sounds almost like vibes, like real modern reggae for True Champion.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
So just so we give them a break, give them your Instagram in case they wonder who is this talking.
Casey Gaines, CASEYGANE. That's my Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram, all that.
So now one of the illest questions usually is, so before White Girls, right? As you walking around living your life, was there a specific response that you were like, okay, this is touching a new space, people are noticing me, blah blah blah? Do you remember a moment where you were like, yo, don't you do the White Girls?
Oh well, once that joint was on BET Uncut, it was just like I never thought. Here's a crazy story. I was working as a science teacher at a charter school when we was talking about that earlier.
Wow.
When it came out, and thank God it was before YouTube because it was a racy video. But I'm like, all right, it's before YouTube, you know what I'm saying? But it's 3 a.m.
So you're working in school and you put out the BET Uncut.
Yeah. And I was like, I was worried the kids would find out, and like a couple of it's 3 in the morning though, you know what I mean? Yeah. It was like the first year when they started playing it. But after that, because they played it for 4 years straight, so it was just like them 4 years and 2 years. Even now, today, like a couple times this month, like, yo,
Yeah, that's interesting too. And when the people that, are you surprised at who kind of remembers? Because that 3 a.m. crowd, you know the profile of who's probably watching at that time.
You got drug dealers, club goers, college students, the unemployed, drug addicts.
A very colorful crowd.
Very colorful crowd. And I knew, I used to go out a lot too, so I would see everyone. Like when I was clubs in Boston, saw them late night people, because Boston, the clubs close at 2, so you get home maybe 3.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
so
BT Uncut time.
Okay. So now, that situation, did you parlay into an album? Did you go into a deal?
Yeah. I had an album, Original Rude Boy. It was a shoot about traffic. It wasn't major. I think I kind of rushed it a little bit. Like, once I found out my video was going to be BET, and then I found out my song was also going to be in the White Chicks movie, the Wayans Brothers movies, White Chicks. Once I found that out, I was like, damn.
How'd you know that they called you to get it first? You saw it and they found out?
Well, the same dude he put my song Liquorland on a compilation, he was a LA DJ, Mike Nardone. He had a lot of relationships with the music supervisors in LA, so one of them knew him, and so like turns out the Wayans saw it, they wanted it for the movie, but they hit up the music supervisor hit up my homie hit me up.
Wow. Yeah. Were you like, let me think about it?
I don't know. When they talk the check,
did you play hard to get?
No, they talk big checks. I was like, whoa.
Are you still getting residuals from that?
Oh yeah, good publishing residuals. Yeah, because it's in the movie White Chicks, and that's like a cult classic for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying?
That movie, that beginning part at the bodega. I love that part. So now you have a label, right?
I do have a label. So I have my own label, Phoenix Rising Records, but my music right now is going out on Dub Shop Records. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I could fall back and be the artist more instead of worrying about all the marketing strategies. I'm still involved on the business side, but I'm not involved. It's not my label. We have Chris, who's a real he deals with Sean Paul, like Inner Circle, a lot of really big reggae acts.
So it's 2018, right? That movie, that video was shaken 2003, right?
Yeah.
2003 and change. To people that are coming into business now, as you've seen it go from like CDs to streaming, and you're probably at the tail end.
Yeah.
Do you really feel like, in your opinion, like the label is something you need to be on? Can the artist necessarily make good money independently?
Here's the thing: what the labels do control, and I got really lucky to get on BET and in a movie. Most artists, if you want to go independent, your chances of getting major label radio play, TV placement in movies.
So you feel like the label facilitated that?
No, I did that.
Okay.
I did that, but most independent artists can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Or aren't lucky like me, or don't hustle like me, or whatever. Most independent artists, you're not gonna get a chance to be in rotation on Hot 97, on Sirius. You know what I mean? But then again, right now with the internet, you don't necessarily need that. But if you decide to be an independent artist, your goals should not be like Billboard hits. Your goals, you know what I mean? Because the labels still control Billboard. They still control a lot of commercial radio. They have relationships with streaming, so that's why, a lot
it's hard to break that. Because I've talked to a lot of artists, and they're like, "Yo, I'm trying to figure the Spotify thing out, the title, okay, how to get on the front page of certain things, and that's not gonna happen if you're not
right." And that's why
I see the faces, the people, you preaching to the preachers over there. They're like, yeah, that's the joke.
yeah, and that's why that's why instead of putting out my joint independently, I went with Dub Shop, even though Chris helps produce a lot of the records. My partner, but rather than to go independently, go with someone who has a relationship with Apple, because Spotify, because they're controlling. Not only now are our Spotify and Apple controlling the consumers, but they're also becoming the tastemakers. Because before you might find a video on YouTube, or you might hear a song on the radio, then you look it up on Spotify or Apple. But now you just, the playlist, the front page, that's the curation. You know what I mean? That's like the radio playlist. That's the
they're kind of setting the tone for what's popping. What's the new vibe or space or wave that people are going to.
Right. So big up Carl Cherry, you know what I mean? He's over at Spotify. Or him and my Tuma Bossa just went over to YouTube. So like YouTube is also a big like curator in terms of music. And so in terms of having relationships like that. So I would say to be labeled, if you could do everything, if you really have a grassroots fan base and you can get people to buy merch. Like I was having a conversation with someone on West Side Gun and Conway, and I was like, Shady Records, that's so great. He was like, I don't really think so. You know what I'm saying? Someone who knows them, like, because they was doing so great by themselves with the merch already. You know what I mean? They already had their fan base, and he was saying that their sound might not translate over the major label to radio and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like so them going to a major label who's just gonna give you radio, or you know what I'm saying, or might not be the smartest move. You know what I'm saying? So I think if you really think like right now, like I would love to be on a major because I'm trying to make pop hits. You know what I'm saying? But if I was making like underground gritty stuff, I could like if you look at like a Tech Nine or someone like that who just performs. You don't hear him on the radio, but he makes money. But he has a gritty sound. People like him, fan base. If you could do that for yourself, do that. But if you want to be a pop star and you want to be like Drake, don't make like music like Drake, and then try and get it played on underground radio because it's not gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Makes sense. We appreciate that info, man. And a lot, we like to tell the veterans that help out a lot of people, you know, looking to get into a space see what's the move. So before we go, Casey, we got to take some pictures and do some promo video.
Nice.
We got this game, right? This is a hip hop game.
All right, let's go.
It's called Rhyme Antics.
Let's go.
Okay. And the game is very simple, right? There's a sentence on the card, and you got to rhyme the word.
Let's go.
That's on the end of the sentence, right? So, for example, so it's like if I'm here with Casey, he sounds like he's a little spacey,
right?
And you keep going back and forth until we got 3 cards,
okay?
Right? So this is for you. We're gonna make it. we got trolling. Blue is trolling. We got science.
Trolling, science.
And then we got pop.
Okay.
Right? These are your sections, right? So which one you want to start with?
I'll start with trolling.
Start with trolling. Okay. So pick a card in your trolling section.
And this one on the back?
Yeah. No, the back is the answers actually. Okay. So what's the sentence?
Fly like a bird.
I like a bird. So we're gonna go back and forth for a little while.
Okay.
You ready? So fly like a bird. Start off.
Fly like a bird. You could check the word. I know all my words, so I'm kind of like a nerd.
That is ill sentence that I heard.
Did you check the nouns and did you check the verbs?
Now verb, right? Verb. Stop it for a second. Slims. This is our judge. Judge Slims.
No. So, I'm a rapper. I will rhyme verb, bird, nerd, clurb. If a B sounds like a D, it goes verb and word and bird all rhyme.
Judge Slims, what do you say? What do you say, Judge Slims? No.
Who's the real rapper in the building? Who's the real rapper in the building? Who knows this stuff?
So we're gonna
boom. I demand a recount.
We're gonna pass to the next one. You pick the next one. Pick the next.
Let's go to the green one.
We appreciate you having fun with us too. All right, ready?
This is a tough one.
Okay, that's science. Go.
Learn your geography plus your geometry. You know, ain't nobody stopping me. Check the monopoly, like the game.
The top of the globe topography. Topography. What you got?
Fleed with the lottery. Possibly they spotted me.
What you got, Slims? What you got? You did them slide?
Do I get fined for biting? Is that?
We probably might get a little flag, right? We might get flagged saying that verse.
Too easy.
Let's take one more before we get out of here. Got pick this from the red side. Yeah. I'm getting a little jump on that.
That's Mech right now calling me like, why ain't you there?
Go ahead.
The shit isn't told, but all the glitters and gold. You pick the sentence sold, and you could check out the flow, and you could see how I go. But all the glitters ain't gold, but these bills still fold, and the weather's still cold. And plus, I'm brave and I'm bold. Lots of records been sold, a lot of stories been told about the rhymes that I hold.
I don't have you took all my words, Casey.
I went extra.
So we appreciate you coming down, man.
Thank you.
Mighty Casey, tell me your Instagram and what to look out for.
Casey Gang. Return of the Rude Boy EP, August 16th. iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal. We even still sell on Deezer. I see Deezer.
Wow.
Microsoft Zoom. We still sell on the Zoom. I be looking at my reports.
That's what's up.
If you got a Zoom, whoever out there with the Zoom is downloading my music, big up. You appreciate it. And all the Deezer heads.
Shout out to Mighty Casey Mac coming out. We got Destiny Faith coming in. Right, we're going to take some pictures and some promos, hip-hop point of view.
tell her what I want, then tell her bag this. All that on a mannequin, and again, I don't really care what I gotta spend. Hopping out the dressing room, looking fly as fuck, talking about this shit at 10. Kings, rebel, or leaders with ambition. Ain't on that playboy, you missing. People ask me what I got on, I tell them how much it costs, they be like, damn, you tripping. I'm a shopper Hallett, and I'm tryna stop hard. But when I pass that window display, man, it's back to pull it on my car, cause I like it, I bite. See it, I like it, I bite. I like it, I bite. I'm up in the store rocking with the mannequin wearing, yeah. I like it, I bite. See it, I like it, I bite. I like it, I bite. I'm up in the mall rocking with the mannequin wearing, yeah. I like it, I bite. See it, like it, buy it. Tryna steal my style, little nigga, don't try me, this shit right here. Got me starting up a ride, yeah. I like it, I bite. See it, I like it, I bite. I like it, I bite. How much of the shoes in the glass case? That's cool, wrap them up. I ain't on that girl shit, I be in and out. Fast as fuck, cause I see it, I like it, I buy it. With girls, I see it, I like it, I buy it. With money, I see it, I get it, I save it, I spend it, I re-up from my knee up. Niggas mad cause they really wanna be us. Too busy holding on these teacups. And your boy just got racks on top racks, on stash in the Visa. From a zip card, now I'm sitting in a Benz out. Me and my friends, yo, no need to tint the windows. Want everybody to see us when we bump to the temple, cause I like it, I bite. See it, I like it, I bite. I like it, I bite. I'm up in the store rocking with the mannequin wearing, yeah. I like it, I bite. See it, I like it, I bite. I like it, I bite. I'm up in the mall rocking with the mannequin wearing, yeah. I like it, I bite. See it, like it, buy it. Tryna steal my style, little nigga, don't try me, this shit right here. Got me starting up a ride, yeah. I like it, I bite. See it, I like it, I bite. I like it, I bite.
I wear my heart on my sleeve and still you niggas slacking. Swab show, no compassion, I guess it's fashion. But with passion, I'm looking dashing, so quit the asking. Drip the getter, girl, you shopping with the best. Pick you out a dress, they be switching up your breast. Decent hypotheticals, an educated guess. Fresh, haven't hit a blast, so you never get the press. Yes, tell me about the sex, better name, now we waiting, I'ma need an explanation. She can text my phone, she get bone in the dressing room. Double up alone, giving dome like a stadium. Baby, I'm all in my zone, like a way at home. Till she left alone, I'm gone in the early morn. See the pearly thong, same color that the girl got on. Whole white, but you know that she a freaking thong. Looking for a thong, but she ain't really put it on.
I like it, I bite. See it, I like it, I bite. I like it, I bite. I'm up in the store rocking with the mannequin wearing, yeah. I like it, I bite. See it, I like it, I bite. I like it, I bite. I'm up in the mall rocking with the mannequin wearing, yeah. I like it, I bite. See it, like it, buy it. Tryna steal my style, little nigga, don't try me, this shit right here. Got me starting up a ride, yeah. I like it, I bite. See it, I like it, I bite. I like it, I bite. Hold on, where you going real quick? Yeah, you see that right there? Let me get that in medium. Let me get that over there right. Oh, you got these in the 10.5? Let me get those in the 10.5 too. Make sure they Jordans though, I don't wear nothing else. I want all of this. Yeah, I'm buying for the whole crew, don't even worry about that.
Bright lights, fancy cars, jet flying, limousine ride, chick steal, wheeling and dealing, son of a gun. Learn to love it, cause it's the best thing going. Mothers, hide your daughters. Big city, bright lights, that's what I'm dreaming of. Short days and long nights, I think we made it, yeah. Big city, bright lights, that's what I'm dreaming of. Short days and long nights, I think we made it, yeah. I remember eating ramen, cheese and chop, hot dog. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp and swam, trying to ball off. Like Biggie, yeah, shit and classy. I came up from the bottom, struggled for too long, lived on the poor man's column. I remember when the ladies didn't want me, but now I guess since I'm the man, they cannot live without me. You ought to see my Twitter and my IG, man, it banging like a motherfucker. Had my niggas jokers even right there with me in the gutter, shining on a hater, rockin' alligator, moving state to state, baby. I gotta stack that paper. Know you missing me, but I'm living my dream. I went from driving hand-me-down to riding super clean. They said I couldn't do it, but I did it. Now they know I am the flagship. Best it ever did is beg a differ, come and prove it. I work too hard to live the way I'm living. I pull up in that Bentley with them stars up in the ceiling. You hear me? Big city, bright lights, that's what I'm dreaming of. Short
Hip-Hop Point of View, we here.
HHPOV.
Hip-Hop Point of View, we in the building. Shout out to Mighty Casey. We're here with Destiny Faith. Destiny, how you doing?
I'm good.
Tiny, what's up, big bro?
Good. Up in here with Destiny Faith, my daughter. You know, Elite Circle, we up in here.
So as a young, talented artist, right? Mm-hmm. Is this something that, you know, you were doing way young, or you kind of got older, was like, you know, there's not too much talent out there. I got talent. Let's do this.
I mean, it was way young. I started in elementary school. I worked my way up. Mm-hmm. So I've been doing music for quite a while now.
Wow. Yeah. So were you doing it like in school, or you were kind of doing it at home?
Well, I grew up doing it in school. I was in a group called Performing Arts. So yeah, I was dancing, singing, acting, you name it, you know. And as I got to middle school and high school, I started writing my music. I started rapping at first because my dad, you know, he used to do music, so it's like it kind of motivated me, and I just wanted to push it. So
wow. Yeah. So one of the questions we always ask, right, with the family music businesses, right? You come from the hip hop background,
absolutely,
right? So what was it like in the house with your daughter when you were listening to, especially the stuff from our era? Like, were you like, I can't play this, you know what, I'm gonna play it, whatever she asks you?
It definitely was tough, and yeah, there's definitely words you don't want them to hear, you know. But you know, you sometimes just gotta go with the flow, because you can't block everything.
No, you can't.
You know, you could only block what you could, but after that, you know, and you leave it in God's hands. But she always watched, she always was prepared, you know. And she's gotten better and better and better. So now we here, you know.
So when you first started rapping, right?
Yeah.
Did you kind of like, you know, listen to certain songs and be like, yo, Dad, what's that? Do you remember that kind of like that process?
Yeah, actually, he used to be in the studio all the time, so I would hear his raps, and I'm like, oh, I actually know one of them too. So it's just like I used to learn his raps and try to rap too, and so yeah.
Oh wow, is she the first artist on Elite Circle?
Yes, she's the first artist on Elite Circle. We work with multiple artists. You know, we've done plenty of shows. We promoted shows. We've been working out of Providence. Rhode Island. Right now, I actually live in Rhode Island, but I'm from the Bronx, you know. But yeah, we doing this. We taking this real serious right now.
Wow.
You know, and we trying to make this push the right way. You know, there's an outlet for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and you know, that's why we come to guys like you first.
Hey man,
you know,
listen, send us music. We'll promote it. You know, we gotta. You know, we like to start with our network, our home first. You know what I mean, and then we'll go outdoors. But definitely messing with home. So now, looking at the rhyming when you were younger, were you looking at female artists? Did you have like a female that you were like, oh, this is dope, I want to pattern my style after, or you were kind of like looking at male artists how was your experience?
Male artists, you know, I looked up to my dad.
Oh, okay, wow,
so, yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So do you notice yourself like picking up some of his rhyme styles?
Yeah, to this day I do.
Okay, all right. And then you went into singing.
Yes.
Okay. So what do you think about like a lot of the singing now, right? For example, like you see how Beyonce is almost rhyming, but it's singing.
Yeah.
So are you playing with that? Or are you straight singing classic R&B?
Well, I sing rap, so like I kind of sing and I flow to it. So that's how I do it.
All right, whatever it feels. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the new single? I heard the new single when you did the drop. What's the new single now?
The new single is Stuntin' On Ya.
Okay, give us the background on that, the title.
All right, so Stuntin' On Ya. You know, it's about stunting, like, you know, you doing big things, you hopping in foreign cars, you popping, you know? So it's like, you stunt on everybody.
Stunt on people, pretty much.
There you go.
Yeah.
And you know, a lot of people don't understand. It's like, as when you're young, you should be looking to live your best life. You know what I mean? So,
absolutely.
So that's a beautiful thing. Now, the beat, the lyrics. Did you choose the beat? Did Dad like, I want you to knock this song out? How did that process happen?
I actually was on YouTube one day and I was looking through beats because I just felt like writing, and I just bumped into this one beat by Heavy Keys. That's his producer name. So I was like, oh my God, like I'm feeling the beat. And it's just like when I hear a good beat, like the rhythm, I just start flowing, then the lyrics just start coming in. So I was just like, oh yes, I got this. Yeah, so I was very happy. I was pumped, and you know.
So that's your process. So the kind of like you hear the beat first, and then it ignites what's going on.
Yeah, that's how she processes.
Okay, all right. So as there's so many, you know, things now, as we were talking to the other guests about independent, getting a label, what from what you heard, are you trying to do the pop thing? Are you trying to keep the sound more underground, more gritty? What's y'all direction?
Well, I'm more of a pop artist.
Okay, got it.
So a pop, little trap, R&B. I do a mixture of all three. So yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
All right.
we trying to keep it right there, not try to go over our heads either.
Yeah.
You know, but we trying to keep it there where we get some good listeners, followers. You know?
Absolutely. And what's your show game like? Have you like figured out, rehearsal for show? Do you have dances? Are you doing do you get choreography? What's going on for the show?
About 3 years ago, I did have that. It was, backup dances, choreography. I performed one of my songs, Do Me Like That, Fed Music Hall in Providence, and I had like a live band, So
Oh wow! It's
yeah,
beautiful.
it was a pretty cool experience. So.
All right. So are you want to stay with that? You feel like it's a lot to handle right now? What do you think?
I don't think it's a lot to handle.
Okay. Yeah, because that's I tell a lot of people like that, especially a live band is always beautiful. You know what I mean?
That's the most realest music.
Yeah, it's the realest music. And then when you got the dances, it makes people feel like I have them coming to a show.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's beautiful. And you said you were, rhyming and rapping and singing for a while. What was it like in school with your friends knowing that you were an artist? Like how did
That was a good one.
Yeah, that's actually a good
That's
question.
where that song Stuntin' came
Yeah.
makes sense?
they didn't believe.
Some groups that broke up.
I used to do talent shows and stuff, and I had some supporters, some friends that supported me, and then there was just some people that doubted me, and
Were you solo? Were you doing
I was just by myself,
okay.
and they was like, oh, she's probably not gonna make it. They were just doubting me, so I'm just like, you know what? I don't care. I'm doing what I love to do, and this music is everything to me. So
wow,
I'm keeping it pushing. Like
such a strong mindset you gotta have. You know what I mean?
You
Yeah.
have to have that
Yeah.
strong mindset, because I tell her, there's gonna be a lot of doubt, there's gonna be a lot of hate, but you overcome it. You keep pushing forward. That should give you that real fuel.
Yeah.
That and to add to that fire.
Especially if it's what you love to do, it should be easy. You know
It should
what I
be
mean?
easy.
Yeah.
There
You
you
don't
go.
even blink.
Yes. Yes.
So none of your friends approach you like, yo, Destiny, we should be a group. It should be Destiny and Wisdom. Or
nah,
like,
I was just always by myself.
wow.
Yeah.
So you were like, sounds good, but not right now.
Not
You know
right
what I mean?
now, pretty much.
Okay.
Right?
People they'll hit me up, oh, let's do a song together. But I'm not into doing a features right now. I'm just focused on me.
Wow.
I'm trying to create an album soon, so it's just like I'm all about me right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
So is this your first single off the project? Do you have an album out, mixtape?
No, this is the first single, Stuntin' on You.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
And do you have any other songs?
Oh yeah.
So we have a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Wow.
We got some to follow up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been working hard.
And so this is going to be the interesting question, right? Especially it's a daughter dad relationship.
Yeah,
How do
absolutely.
you pick the songs that you want? You know what I mean? Or let's say, Dad, do you say, are we going to vote on it?
No, honestly, we sit there together. We, structure the songs. We do it, and we make the decision right there amongst us.
Okay.
Just me and her. There's no real battle. We both feel the same style music, so
You have the same ear?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
So it makes it that much easier.
Okay.
And
Alright.
she's been working hard, and gotten better and better and better.
Yeah, it's interesting to see, when you first started, right? And then you hear where you are now. It's just a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's a
crazy.
blessing.
Yeah, to see the growth.
And people don't realize it's hard work.
It is.
It's hard, and you got to just keep grinding it out. If you really want to be successful, you can't stop.
Yeah, we've had people 15 years still ain't cracked.
Still ain't crack. Exactly.
So
exactly.
it's a grind, man. You just don't know when it's gonna come.
You don't know when is your time, but there's a time for you, and you got to be ready for it.
Mac, you trying to sit down, man? You good over there? Okay, now you can sit up there. You can do what you want. That's all love. I see you there standing. You know what I mean? So, and Mac is a good friend of ours into the industry. Seen a lot of people, seen a lot come his way. You know what I'm saying? You might as well come over there. So now, one of the how this generation is about visuals, right? How the Instagram, social media. Have you figured out what stunting on your visual look like? Do you have something out already?
Yeah.
You do have a video for it?
Yes,
Yeah.
we do. It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube right now.
All right. And what's the theme of the video?
It's we did it in New York.
Okay.
So we got like New York scenes like the Brooklyn Bridge. We got a rooftop scene around Fordham, and a local area like near a studio that my dad used to go to.
Blockwork Studio.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we did like a car scene there. We had a Bentley in there. So
Oh wow.
we
Yeah,
was
we put the Bentley
stunting.
out there.
Okay. So you got the twins. You got the twin studio.
Yeah, well, I know the twins. We know each other.
Okay.
You know, I haven't worked with them for a little while, but yeah, they doing their thing. You know, I
Okay.
respect them, love them, regardless.
Yeah. That's what's up, man.
You know, Fred the Godson,
Yeah,
hot,
yeah,
regardless. You know, so I respect everybody.
Yeah.
You know, so we just making our lane now.
Yeah.
You know?
And how long has Elite Circle been around?
About 3 years now.
3 years. Okay.
3 years. We started out in Rhode Island. You know, I started out with her. She came to me. She's like, "Dad, I want to do this," and
So you didn't like kind of bring her along. You were
no,
kind of doing
I
your
stopped
thing. and
everything.
you-
I had my tire shop. I went over there, owned the business, things in that nature, and she came to me, and it made sense to push her dream. You know, because I know her talent. You know, and I've always rhymed by her and did things in front of her, and I knew she got something.
Wow.
You
So
know?
before that, you were just going through the process, just making music, writing, singing,
Yeah.
and then you came. Like, was it something in your mind? You were like, I'm gonna sit him down on this day and be like, Dad, drop everything. This is where I want to go.
I mean, this is what I always wanted. My dad knew that I always wanted to be a singer, and he believed in me. He never doubted me, so he was like, let's do this.
Wow.
Yeah.
So somebody approaches you guys like, yo, I need you to write for me. Are you into that? Like, can I-
Yeah, we do those things. I'm
Okay.
definitely in for that right now. You know.
Yeah, because
There's gonna be a lot of people shocked on certain abilities, So
because she comes across so, what I mean, that's what's so amazing. Like a lot of these artists, they're like, they're shy, real
Yeah.
melancholy, and
Yeah.
then on stage or you hear them in the studio,
yeah,
they're tearing the roof down.
Yeah.
Okay. So mixtape, album, what y'all doing?
We gonna just mess with the album. We right now we working on the EP.
Oh, EP. Okay.
All right, we working on the EP.
How many tracks you say?
I would say about 5 to 6.
Okay, 5
right?
or 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. And they go all gonna be solid,
Mm-hmm.
solid songs. And from there we just gonna keep moving forward.
Okay.
We just want to keep building a fan base.
Mm-hmm.
Getting that there where it should be.
What's the Rhode Island, the Providence, what's their hip hop scene like? Is there anything going on?
There is stuff going on. It's a little different, not completely different, but the songs that's played up here, they not playing out there. Definitely different.
Okay.
We hear a lot of Boston stuff, from Boston.
Got you.
They rep hard out there.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people from Boston. Shout out to my boy Bud. He's locked up. But that's another good guy right there, Bud HD. I learned a lot off of him too. Me and him partnered up. And we had started Elite Circle, me, him, and a guy by the name of Kyrie Brown.
Okay.
But now it's just me here by myself.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Because I know Rhode Island's but so big, right? So and I don't know in history any artists that kind of came out of there. So it's something
Nobody
you could
big.
dominate.
You know who's the big guy right now from out there? Jonah Lucas.
Oh, okay, got you.
And he's from Worcester, if I'm not mistaken. And he's pretty hot. He's a lyrical artist. Got those abilities.
So are you thinking about what we're gonna kind of lock up Rhode Island and move from there, or are we gonna go to New York?
We wanted
connect
to
the
lock
dots?
up Rhode Island, but our thing is, you know what? Let's go where we from. Let's lock that.
Yeah.
Let's go
Makes
there.
sense.
Let's hit them. Let's let them know we're here. And from there, the other people, it's easier.
Yeah.
Because
Because if you get your buzz in New York, it's kind of like a rap.
Yeah.
You can take
Yeah.
it anywhere.
And our plan is to hit ATL.
Mhm.
We're getting everything going so we can hit ATL. I'm gonna get it with a couple promoters up there. I got a couple people I know up there, and get her up there, create platforms for her. I want to shake ATL up. I want to shake it down when I hit there.
Yeah, man. There's so much. There's so much. I would say lanes for people. I mean, good music is good anywhere.
It's good
You know what I mean?
anywhere.
Yeah, you can take that
Absolutely.
overseas anywhere.
Absolutely.
So here's a question for you guys. Like you said, the EP about like 5 or 6, right?
Yeah.
And you notice lately, like you see like albums are like an album is like 8, 9 songs.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
As opposed to back in the days, it was like 15. 16.
Yeah,
So
tell me about it.
what do you think about that? Are you good with let me just do 9 songs my album, or you want to do like the classic 17, 16 tracks?
I mean, 9 is not bad to start off, for the first, album. So
Makes sense. Yeah. Because people are like, you know, the attention span is hard.
It's it's definitely
It
hard,
is.
you know, and you know, this music is all about timing. You know, the songs is about timing. You know, there's seasons that switch up. You know how it goes. You know, so you know, we just got to make sure we have the right product at the right time.
Okay.
And it's gonna make sense.
Wow. So, are you your vocal training, right? Are you like doing drinking tea? Are you like taking care of your voice like that, or right now you're just young, you're just singing as you wish?
Here and there, you know, I would do vocal warm-ups, especially like if I'm about to perform or if I hit the studio. You know, sometimes I eat cough drops, but it helps. It opens up my vocal cords.
That makes sense.
So,
That makes sense.
and I just drink a lot of water, and that's what I do.
Okay.
Warm-ups. Yeah.
And is there anybody like, so, you know, everybody says there should be somebody that you look at and you're like, okay, I like the way they did it, and I'm going to follow that path. Is there any like a singer or a business person that you're like, I like the way they're doing things?
Well, I look up to Tinashe. Like, she's like my role model. Like, I love the way she does things, like the way she conducts herself. She's a great singer.
Wow.
Yeah, she's very professional.
Okay. All right.
That's one of her favorites.
Yes.
Good favorite. It's a good favorite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It is.
So, how do you see your movement in terms of all the people that were watching you in the past that were like, you know what, I don't think this is your space? Are you open to them? Are you still promoting to them? Are you isolating yourself? How are you doing it?
Well, I actually distanced myself from my so-called friends, and you know, I just felt like they never really believed in me. So, like, you know, I'm just pushing myself. I really don't care what people think. You know, at the end of the day, this is my dream, and I'm trying to push it. Like, that's it.
And what better than family to
That's
push?
it.
Yeah, my family is the only people that support. Other than that, it is what it is.
It's a good place to start. Always a good
Yeah,
place
it's
to
always
start.
the best to start right there. You know.
So you said you had a lot of talents. You said you were acting,
Yeah,
dancing, all of that.
singing.
What made you say, you know what, I'm gonna focus on this? Were you getting any like, were people calling you maybe to model or to act or stuff like that, and you were like, nah, I'm really focused on singing?
Well, I don't know. I just love singing. Like, that's all I do is just sing. I write music. I like being in the studio. Like, it's fun. You know.
Wow.
I
Musicals?
just-
Are you thinking about musicals?
Musicals.
Like theater, stuff like that?
We thought about that before. We did think about that before. You know, it was just a
Yeah.
whole different, a little
whole
different
different
ball
space,
game.
yeah.
It's a different space, but you know, I think she got it to do it. You know, you know, we just gonna learn a little more, but I think she's gonna step in different spaces that she probably ain't think she could step in. But she's gonna be able to, like the modeling thing. You know,
Yeah, definitely.
right now we're looking. Right now, I'm looking for some type of agent or some type of management to help me with her modeling thing. You know,
Yeah.
because I don't know nothing about modeling, but I learned fast.
Yeah, that's
know?
because right now the artist is like this multifaceted business themselves, right?
Exactly.
Their clothing, right? Their movies, like, so the artist, you know, back in the days you just sang and that was it, but now people are looking at you like, I want you to do a million things. Like if an agent came to you, it's like, I need her to sing, I need her to act, I need her to dance. So it's good that you're open to that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
we definitely open, you know, because you never know who's gonna walk through that door and really help us out too.
Absolutely. So listen, send us any videos or any promos that, you know, we can put on our page. That's exactly what we'll do. Definitely, I got your contact. So if somebody's like, yo, I want to reach out to her, we get a lot of people who want to, like, you know, either put you on the show or they want to do a track with you, or, you know, beats and all that.
Absolutely.
So you said you looked on YouTube for beats.
Yeah.
Right? Do you advertise, yo, beats, send it to Destiny Faith, or you have an in-house producer and that's who you kind of rock
We
with?
had in-house producers. Okay, we had them, right?
It's a heavy hat. I hear that.
You know, it's just the honest truth. We had them, you know, but they couldn't keep up with the sound we wanted. You know, that's the truth of the matter. You know, and we still looking for in-house producers,
okay.
production. We love it. Right now we work out of Jam Studio in the Bronx. I mean, Mount Vernon.
Wow.
You know, he's got a nice sound coming out of there. You know, and it's all about sounds in these studios. You know, so
who has the best engineering, mastering?
Exactly. So, you know, right now we're gonna go back and actually tweak some songs. You know, but it's been a good thing working with these people. You know, Jam Studios. I mean, they got a lot going on over there. You know, they A Boogie records out of there. Don Q records out of there. You know, they doing their thing. So
Oh, right,
it's good. It's good to be in the middle of things like that.
Absolutely. You know, New York, you could get it everywhere.
Yeah,
somebody's doing something everywhere, and it's 6 degrees of separation. So, did you in the email? Did you send us some music?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We actually have a show. We collaborate with a show in Philly.
Okay.
It's from on Wednesday. It's on tomorrow, 7 to 8.
Okay.
So we actually play a lot of independent music. You know, when we get the moment. So we'll put that music out there, and you know, they'll take a video of when they play and who they're playing.
Absolutely.
And we'll do anything we can. You know, you already know.
Yeah.
Don't hesitate to ask.
Yeah, and that's one of the good things, you know.
Yeah, Sid told me. I said, let's make it happen.
Yeah,
you know
man. Shout out to Sid too. You know,
for sure.
You know,
so do you have a reason why you chose the name Destiny Faith? Is that your regular name?
No, my regular name is Destiny Jimenez.
Okay.
But Destiny Faith. When I was in middle school, I actually was with my dad, and I was like, you know, Dad, if I ever become a famous singer, what should my stage name be? He was like, Destiny Faith. So ever since that day, I was like, I just kept it as Destiny Faith. Like, I feel like that's a good name.
Oh, it's a beautiful name.
Yeah,
beautiful
like
name.
I always have faith in myself. My family always have faith in me. You know, they always believe in me. So I feel like it makes sense.
And I just like the way it's like, you know, you have a destiny, and you keep your faith in that
yeah,
destiny.
it's just Destiny Faith.
It's beautiful.
Exactly.
You can't miss.
Yeah.
So you already had it in your mind?
Yeah, things like that.
She was waiting for you to ask.
Things like that I had in the mind, you know, because you know I have my own visions. You know, we all see things.
Absolutely.
You know, and I always felt if I don't get it in this music industry, my kids are. You know, because they gotta have the talent. You know what I mean? If I have a talent, it should run down somewhere along the line.
It's genetic, and that's the sacrifice, right?
Yes.
Sometimes you know, there's a lot of major artists that their parents were in some type of music, but they didn't just hit it big.
Exactly.
And they just took it and ran with it. That's the way to do it.
Exactly.
T, thanks for taking the time.
Anytime, man. Thank you.
Destiny
You know
Faith,
it.
thanks for taking the time.
Thank
we
you.
appreciate it. Please promote what you got going on. Your,
Of course.
Your social media, the stunting on you.
No.
Yeah. We don't be stunting on them. And then we got the next single following up after that, Like Me.
Like Me is
And
another
then we
good
got
hit.
something called Unrequited Love. It's different.
Unrequited Love.
Yes.
Unrequited Love is a different sound. It's gonna take you
That's a heavy title.
Yeah.
That's a heavy title.
Yeah.
Who came up with that title?
Me.
She
Damn.
did.
What made you come up with that title?
Due to a bad relationship.
Yeah.
Unrequited Love.
Yeah.
Unrequited Love.
That's amazing. And is that so? You know how sometimes the name of the song is not in the song. Is that?
Oh,
name?
that's in there.
Oh.
I made sure that was in there.
Bless your heart.
Yeah.
I made sure that was in there.
Okay.
Yeah. We finessed that.
That's the
She-
title
we did.
alone is gonna blow.
Yeah. Oh, it's a dominant song, and that's
Yeah.
one of
It
those
is.
creepers, you know. And then we got a bunch of songs that it got some good sound to it, you know. But we got to do it the right way, you know. Drop it, get the right ears, right fans, you know. Like we just dropped that YouTube video. I mean, we had like 2,000, and we literally just dropped it the other day, like you know, and we're nobodies.
Yeah.
So you know, she's gonna push a lot. You know,
and
her
you know,
beauty. She's beautiful.
Absolutely.
She got some talent. You know what I mean?
You can't mess with that.
Yeah, you
what
know,
I mean?
so
combination
that
you
helps a
can't miss,
little.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You can't miss. And it's, you know, I tell a lot of people, a million views and all that is good, but it's who sees it.
It's who sees it.
Yeah, it's not
That's
necessarily
why we
how
just
many. It's
exactly.
Who
It's
sees it.
who sees it, you know,
Yeah.
and that's why we're waiting for the right people to see things, right people to step in. My arms are open. I'm ready.
Let's
you know?
do it.
Yeah.
Hip Hop Point of View, Destiny Faith, Elite Circle. Thank you. We appreciate y'all. We did the photos and the video and the drop. You know what I mean? We got little bloopers, but we good.
Yeah.
Thanks for taking time. Anything new that's coming out, please don't hesitate to come
Absolutely,
by.
man.
Any
Thank
other
you for
artists,
having us.
we're here. This is your platform.
Thank you so much.
All right,
man.
Hip Hop
Appreciate
Point
it.
of View, we out.
HHPOV.